A 0% balance transfer credit card can save you a ton of money on interest. But what does it mean for your credit score? Well, the short answer is that in the near term, you may experience a slight drop, but I would stress that it's temporary and it could very well be worth it over the longer term. A couple of nuances that hurt you in the short run are the fact that you've applied for new credit, because that's almost always going to result in a hard inquiry being placed on your credit report. And too many of these can really drag down your score, but one every 6 months or every year, that's going to be a minimal drop. And then the other thing is the average age of your accounts. Obviously, a longer history is better. Opening a new account shortens that average age. This is another case, though, when once in a while it's fine. You just don't want to open a whole bunch of new accounts all at once. So even if opening a new credit card, including a balance transfer card, may drop your credit score, let's say 5, 10, even 15 points in the short run, I really think the longer run ramifications are much more positive. And that's because credit card interest is extremely expensive. Let's pick a typical example and say that you owe about $5,000 on your credit cards and you're paying an interest rate of about 16%. Well, if you only make minimum payments, you're going to be in debt for more than 15 years and you're going to pay more than $5,400 in interest. That's more than you charged in the first place. And yeah, the monthly payments sound kind of affordable. They start at about $117 and go down from there. That's a really long time to be in debt and paying a hefty interest rate. The longest 0% balance transfer offers on the market right now are 21 months with no interest. So you could pay about $238 a month for 21 months and be completely debt-free with no interest expense whatsoever. That is really worth it, even if you have to pay the typical transfer fee of 3 to 5% upfront. And another key consideration in your credit report and credit score is how much you owe. Credit utilization, credit you're using divided by credit available to you, is a key component of this. And this is where paying down debt, especially at a 0% interest rate, can be really, really beneficial because you're going to pretty quickly bring down how much you owe. So even in the short run, if you get dinged for a couple of factors, and another one might be at first you may be eating up a huge portion of your credit limit on the new balance transfer card. That's not great in the short run, but over the medium and longer term, the fact that you're making all this progress, you're saving money on interest, you're knocking out your debt, hopefully once and for all, that's where I really think a year or 2 years in, your credit score is probably going to be higher than ever.